So if you've ever, sat in a corporate boardroom and watched a presentation just flawlessly jump from a laptop to a massive projector in like a fraction of a second, well, you've witnessed a highly orchestrated illusion.
Oh yeah, an illusion is exactly the right word for it.
Right. Because today, for our deep dive, we are pulling back the curtain on the hidden brain that's actually making that magic happen for you.
Yeah, we're looking at a pretty serious piece of professional AV hardware, the Kramer MTX3-88-HSA 8x8 Matrix Switcher.
And it really is this unsung hero, right? Because everyone looks at the screens or they listen to the speakers, but they rarely think about the $5,200 box just sitting in a closet orchestrating the whole thing.
Yeah, exactly. Nobody thinks about the box. But the core mission of this Kramer unit is really video routing. It's an 8x8 switcher.
Meaning it takes up to 8 HDMI inputs
Right.
and routes them to 8 HDMI outputs.
You got it. But we aren't just talking about, swapping cords around here. I mean, this thing handles massive 4K resolution.
All right, pushing like 18 gigabits of data per second.
Yeah, 18 gigabits. And pushing that much data usually creates a huge bottleneck.
Oh, for sure. Like with consumer gear, you switch inputs and you get that long, awkward black screen while the system, thinks about it.
Exactly. But the Kramer switches in under 1 second. It's basically instantaneous.
Wait, really? Under a second for 4K?
Under a second. But the real trick, the real magic feature is that it actually scales each output individually depending on what the display can handle.
Okay, so it's basically like a super smart digital traffic cop.
A traffic cop. Yeah.
Like it doesn't just direct traffic, it instantly translates languages, right? So you can pump this massive fire hose of water, like the 4K video, into it, and the switcher narrows the pipe at the very last second so it safely flows into a smaller garden hose.
Right, like an older 1080p display without bursting the smaller hose. That's a great analogy.
Because you'd never want your expensive new 4K projector, like, dumbed down just because an older monitor happens to be connected to the same system.
Exactly. It acts as the ultimate real-time translator for every single screen.
Okay, so that fixes the visual latency and the scaling. But instantly pushing perfect 4K video to 8 different screens creates a totally new problem.
Oh yeah, audio sync and room acoustics.
Right, because how does the Kramer prevent the sound from just becoming this echoing mess?
Well, audio is like exactly where these setups usually fall completely apart. So this unit uses a feature called audio breakaway.
Audio breakaway?
Yeah, it has a built-in audio matrix with 4 analog inputs and outputs.
Okay, wait, let me stop you right there. Why go through the trouble of separating the audio at all? Doesn't the HDMI cable already carry the sound straight to the TV?
It does, but think about like a noisy sports bar environment.
Oh, right. Pure chaos.
Pure chaos. Do you really want the big game's audio coming out of tiny built-in television speakers trying to compete with a roaring crowd?
Okay, yeah, that would sound terrible.
Right, so you need parallel local routing. Audio breakaway extracts that digital audio or the audio return channel signals and just strips it out entirely.
So you can send the video to the TVs, but route the audio to a completely separate professional sound system?
Exactly, like massive ceiling speakers driven by analog DSPs. It gives you absolute control.
That completely changes the experience. And speaking of the experience, a huge part of what you're paying for is preventing those real-world presentation disasters, right?
Oh, absolutely. The spec sheet is packed with pro polish features.
Like I saw multi-view splash screens and Kramer's intelligent ED processing.
Yeah, so multi-view handles your picture-in-picture and side-by-side needs.
And the splash screens, there's like 16 preloaded ones, right?
Yeah, up to 16. You can load custom images like a corporate logo welcoming people to a room or even emergency announcements.
That is super slick. But that ED processing, EDIT is basically a digital handshake, right? It's the data a display sends to a source to say, here's what I can actually show.
You nailed it. Usually when you plug in your laptop, it has to pause and ask the TV what resolution it can handle.
Which causes that panic no signal blue screen while they try to talk to each other.
Right, exactly. But the Kramer actively stores the TV's answer locally.
So it's basically a preventative measure. When a CEO plugs in their laptop during a high-stakes meeting, the Kramer instantly replies on behalf of the TV.
Yep. No waiting, no blue screen.
Yeah.
It basically guarantees plug-and-play operation.
Wow. So to wrap this up for you, what you're getting is a 1U box, which is basically the size of a thin pizza box, and it even has a low-power mode to cut energy use by 50%, by the way.
Which is huge for these corporate setups.
It really is, and it serves as the ultimate problem solver for complex setups. It just does all the heavy lifting so the audience only ever sees a seamless show.
It really is the definitive bridge between raw data or a flawless human experience.
Absolutely. So here's a final thought to leave you with today. As these physical matrix switchers get faster, smarter, and capable of processing 18 gigabits per second locally,
Which is a massive amount of data.
it's crazy. Will there ever be a day when all this heavy routing is moved entirely to software over an IP network? Or will we always need a dedicated, physical, hidden brain in the closet to keep the magic alive?
That is the big question.
Something to ponder next time you watch a screen seamlessly jump to life.